Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Okay, so an unboxing video here. Siege Studio, I've sent them a number of projects and they've returned them all in one go here through the post. So I thought I'd do a bit of a reveal video just to show you the units that have been painted up, and they have done an excellent job. We'll zoom in, take a look at the models and the plans of what to expect on the channel. Bit of announcement as well with what I plan to do with one of these factions here. So some exciting times ahead, especially for Primaris, a lot of Primaris models coming through here to fill out some of my Space Marine armies and indeed to start some new projects as well. But we'll take a look at the models that Siege Studios have sent through. So first up is the Red Scorpions here. So this is one of my models here. I started this project a couple of years ago, I suppose, when the Primaris stuff started coming out. So this is one of the models I've painted up here. And I've been working on other factions and put this project to the side. So talking with James from Siege Studios, said it'd be a good idea if I can get the rest of my Red Scorpions painted up by them. So I sent this model through to them in the post, and so with Siege Studios, they're the channel sponsors here, you can send them reference videos just so they can match up with models that have already been painted. So this is the original model that I sent through, and then here's the results of what they've sent along. So I'm a major fan of aggressors, and so I'm going to feature those in my Red Scorpions force, but there they are, painted up, and I think they look great for painted up for Red Scorpions. So there's one of the models there, and I said to them about following the tutorials on the channel, so they reference to that. If you do like the Red Scorpions colour scheme, there is a full tutorial for them available on the channel, so you can check that out. But even the dust around the feet here they've added on, just again to match in with my own. Just there. So there's one. I think this is the Sergeant model here, so a bare-headed version, like so. Major fan of the aggressors, sort of short range, tons of dakka, and then they can fight well enough in close combat as well. Tough, durable, plenty of wounds. So I plan to feature these quite heavily in my final 2,000 points of Red Scorpions. There's that one. And then unit of 6 I think is the way to go. So unit of 5 or 6, there's 2 more, and there's the number 6 just there. Oh, maybe I think it's worth zooming in to show you the detail they've done on the head here. So you can see the eyes painted up again exactly as in the painting tutorial, so they followed that along exactly. And you can see the detail of the work. It's all excellent, so very happy with how these have come out. Very, very happy indeed. So there's a few things to mention when it comes to painting commissions. So with Siege Studios, they very much work with you on what you want done. So there's a few things. First of all, I bought the models and built them. Siege Studios more than happy to source the models for you, build the models for you. They can do that no problem at all. But I was sort of trying to figure out ways of trying to save on just the cost of doing it. So I got the models myself, and have many of them already, built them myself, and then posted the assembled models to Siege Studios. That meant that they could just get straight on with the paintings. That's one tip that you can do if you want to, or it may well be that you just want Siege Studios to just buy the models in, build them, paint them, and then just post them to you when you're ready. I mean, they're very flexible with what you want done. And then talked about this already. Sent them a sample model as well, so that the painter could have that on his painting desk, and then he could match the two up to make sure they fit in, because obviously I've got models from my own collection. I want them to match in with the models that they're painting up. The other thing is, you can see the basing has not been done. Siege Studios, again, they can easily do that, no problem. But I said to them, just paint me the models, and then I'll carefully remove these from the base, and then go about doing the exact match here for the basing, again, just to tie them all in. So there's a few things there. The level, a lot of people ask what level is this. I believe this is bronze level, sort of the standard level that they have, and you can see that bronze level, as far as quality is concerned, is fantastic. I mean, these are brilliantly painted. That's bronze. Next level up from that is silver. Sometimes I recommend, it's a good idea to get your standard army units done in bronze, which is a high standard, and then to do a little bit extra work on your characters, so like captains and lieutenants and so on. Get those done at silver level, just as the painter could spend a bit more time, pick out more detail and so on. There is gold level, and I think there's platinum as well. There's all sorts of different levels that you can go for. Check out their website, it will show you the different quality to expect from the different levels available from Siege Studios. But just showing you sort of, that's bronze level there, and the quality that you can expect at that level. So very happy with the Red Scorpions. That's a major step to get 6 of those aggressors done. The other thing actually to mention, that it's a tragedy about the transfer sheet available for the Red Scorpions. As far as I'm aware, Forge World still don't stock it, so it's very difficult to track it down. I have one sheet that I've half used already, so I said to Siege Studios, don't worry about the transfers, I'll do those when the models arrive in the post as well. But they've done all the artwork here, all the paint work on these for me, and so just transfers, do the basing to match them all in, give them a light coat of varnish, and then these are ready to feature in our games. So as far as Red Scorpions are concerned, just to update you on them, we played a 500 point game with those on the Plus channel. The next stage is to aim for 1,000 points. These 6 aggressors is a major step in that direction, so exciting stuff. I have some more units on the way, some more stuff to send to Siege Studios as well, to get painted up as we aim for the next target, which is 1,000 points of Red Scorpions Primaris Space Marines. Exciting project here. Great to see these in battle. So you keep a look out, see these in action. I reckon I'll go for the 1,000 point game. It'll feature on the Plus channel. You get a chance to see these in action here. So good job on the Red Scorpions. Good to see progress being made with them, and well done to Siege Studios for matching those up nicely with the units that I already have. So next up, I was going to save this for last, but I'll announce it now because it's more a bigger announcement to come towards the end of the video here. So anyone recognises him? It's the pilot here for a certain Imperial Knight model. So exciting stuff. I asked Siege to paint up Canis Rex, the Imperial Knight model, as per the box art. So that was the basic instruction. Again, basing not been done. I asked them just not to do the basing. I'll try and match this model in and the basing with the other Imperial Knights that I have, House Terran models. But good job. I should zoom in here just to... Sir Hector, I think he's called. Just the pilot there. I'm not sure, a point of discussion perhaps this video, what Games Workshop are going to do about Imperial Knights. They don't quite fit in with 9th edition very well, about holding objectives. 6 objectives on the board and you've got 4 models, 5 models. Bit of a problem. So I think Imperial Knights need some kind of help in that regard. It'll be interesting to see what Games Workshop do about that for Imperial Knights. Maybe some supporting auxiliary infantry, or some kind of very small walkers of some kind, even smaller than the Helverians maybe. I'm not sure what they'll do, but something needs to happen with them. But that's Sir Hector, and then I'm going to have to obviously zoom out here for Canis Rex. So I said as per the box art, and that's, that's exactly what they've done. So they've completed this model, they've done all the transfers as well. So this model's finished. I just have the basing to do. I'm going to try and match that in to my current Imperial Knights collection, but Canis Rex, major fan of the model, and now finally he's arrived on the channel. There he is. That's the weapon there. Freedom's Hand, I think this is called. He's deadly in close range and at close combat. There's a detail on the back. Detail on top with the transfers done. And I'm not sure, I think you can see it on camera. You see the glistening effect there on the metal, and yet it's matte on the paintwork here. So they have split varnished with this model here, picking out the matte areas, and then the glossy areas for the metal as well, just to give it a bit of a sheen. So these areas in here all matte as well. But simple instructions. I built the model, and they said things like, don't stick the plates on, this has all been glued back together again, but keep the plates separate just to make it easier for the painters, the artist that was working on this one. And then posted the model off, and then it's just simple instructions. Just said, as seen on the box, please replicate that as best as possible. And again, this is bronze level here. That's what you can expect at their basic level from Siege Studios. So mightily impressed by this model, and very much looking forward to seeing him take part in games. What an epic unit to have arriving on the channel here. So exciting stuff. Seeing Canis Rex making his arrival. So good news for the Red Scorpions, excellent news for the Imperial Knights, but an even bigger reveal here is the work that Siege have been doing on my Imperial Fists. They've been shelved for a long time, and what you're about to see here has resulted in a decision that's been made, which I think is the right direction to go in. We'll zoom the camera back in and we'll bring these models in for you to have a look at. So I'm sure many of you have seen them in action already. My firstborn Imperial Fist Space Marines, 5th Company, with the black trim on the shoulder pads. Now if you look at some people have commented on the yellow. It's more of a washed out kind of yellow here. Now I took an inspiration from a video that I saw on YouTube. Someone on a YouTube channel had painted up a number of Imperial Fist tanks, mostly tanks and dreadnoughts, all different sizes, and it wasn't the richer yellow, more orange kind of yellow that you see a lot of Imperial Fists painted up as, but it's more of a washed out kind. It looked particularly effective on the 5th Company here, so I've tried to replicate that. It's more of a washed out kind of yellow. I just think it looks a bit better. Sort of my own personal preference here. But there he is. So again, I dispatched this one, sent him off in the post across the galaxy to Siege Studios, and then asked them to use this model as a reference, and again to reference the painting tutorials on the channel as well. So if you like this colour scheme, the way it's come out, there is a full tutorial for the Imperial Fists on the channel, and you can check that out. So as Primaris units they've been painting up, we'll bring some of these in here and you can take a look. So yeah, first off, Captain. There he is, fantastic model. So this is silver level. So you're getting a nice bit of, with silver level you're getting things like, see the cloak here and the multiple blending effect that's been done on that. A lot of work's been done on that cloak. Very nice, clean, crisp edges. Areas of shading and blending been done, both on the red and on the black. You see this highlight here, it's just a painted highlight that's running down, blended in multiple shades of grey just to get that effect. So that's the kind of thing you're expecting at silver level. Some extra effect, extra work being done. And you can see just a crisper effect on the bolter here, and the little banners and purity seals and so on. Just a lot of extra detail being added on. Yeah, you can see the little lantern there with the faded out effect. Very crisp and clean work done on the head. And then you see the yellow, I asked them just to match it up, and that's exactly what they've done. So, you know, they'll paint exactly how you wish. Now they haven't done the base, I asked them not to do the basing yet. There's a bit of an announcement about that coming up as well. But there they are. Well, there he is, the Captain. Again, 5th Company painted up. So again, I got a hold of the models and built them myself, and then posted this one off to Siege to be painted up. Depends on your own preference. You may not be fussed about doing your own construction of models and doing your own poses, and some people like to build the models themselves just to get the poses that they want. Others aren't too fussed and just let the guys at Siege build them for you. So there's him. So there's one Primaris Captain. I then sent them a full squad of 10 Intercessors here. Actually particularly impressed with these. These look beautiful, painted up for Imperial Fists, they look fantastic. I'll show you all 10. And again, I built these and then sent them off. There he is with the grenade launcher. Look at the work that's been done on the armour there, the chipping effect, all done as per the tutorial. Very crisp and clean. The highlighting down the yellow just really makes the model pop. But a slightly washed out effect for my Imperial Fists here. Just sort of campaign. Guys, see the eyes picked out nicely on the model. I like the pose on that one. Here's the studded shoulder pad, which I like featuring on my Imperial Fists. There he is. This one, bareheaded. Beautiful. Rotating round. So that's 3. Another one here. This is the Sergeant. And the red helmet. Nice touch. Lovely set, the Primaris Intercessor Squad of 10 box set. Another one here, pistol drawn. I think I remembered, yes, remember to put on the empty pistol holster here, just to match in correctly. There he is, with purity seals done. Beautiful work. So that's 5, there's another one. So again, transfers not done. I said to him I'll do the transfers myself, no problem at all. And then this one. That's 7. Second grenade launcher. Lovely. This one, I like this pose very much. Reloading here, putting a fresh cartridge in. Fantastic. Bronze level again. Yeah, you've got to say bronze is good enough for me here, really good. And then what you can do is you can treat yourself. Some of the characters, you can go for silver level. You can do whole units in silver if you really want them to go that extra mile with them, and then gold level. So you can, there may be a certain character you just really want to make the focal point of your army. Then you can go for the different levels there. But that's what you can expect at bronze. Very nice work indeed. Now that's them. I then sent them my heavy intercessors. I had the models come through from one of the preview boxes that Games Workshop sent through in the post. I then just didn't build these ones. I just sent them off to Siege and says you can build them, paint them up for Imperial Fists, and that's exactly what they've done. But here they are. They've actually built, painted, and done the transfers. I sent them the transfer sheets. They've done the transfers for me as well. Beautiful. The units at the moment aren't that great, I don't think, for heavy intercessors. They're tough enough for sure. Toughness 5, I believe, 3 wounds. It's a very durable unit, but their firepower's not that amazing. But I hope to feature them in my Imperial Fist army. So there's him. Then you've got just the heavy bolter version. Look at that. Solid. The size of the bases they go on. It's a huge unit. Beautiful. We'll zoom out in a moment, you can see all the units lined up. There he is, loading. The heavy bolt rifles. Another one. Really good job. It's a very crisp and clean across the whole model. Even right the way tucked in here. Beautifully done. And I'm looking right into the eyes here. It's all picked out precisely. I think they've even dropped a bit of gloss varnish in there as well. I think that's what they've done. Nice. Sergeant. It's Imperial Fists. I want to keep the theme going with them. It's all about Dakar and firepower. Those sort of solid, durable, tons of firepower. Loads of bolter shots. Yeah, look at the optics just on the end there of the gun, all dotted in, beautiful. And then one more, it's another heavy bolter option here. So 6 of the models painted up. And then they've also painted up the heavy intercessor captain, like so. Quite unique, this one. It's with a red skull face. So given the artist a bit of license to paint him up, and then you see the work on the cloak, beautifully highlighted and picked out, so very good work on him as well. So there he is. I think that's silver level, so I think it was worth doing, just so that the artist could spend a bit more time getting the cloaks looking good, more crisp kind of work being done around the bolter here in the face and so on, just a bit of extra time just to make that model stand out just that bit more. It's worth doing, I think, for your characters, just to and often, you know, Games Workshop, they've spent more time sculpting the characters and more of a visually a model to look at, so you may as well get them painted up properly as well. But there he is, that's the captain, painted up here from Siege Studios for my Imperial Fists. So that's the update here from Siege Studios, the work that they've done. A whole lot of stuff's come through the post at once. Exciting stuff for the Red Scorpions. Great to see those making progress. The aim for them is a 1,000-point game. Play that hopefully as a big push battle report over on the Plus channel, so you can follow along there to see progress with the Red Scorpions, and there's more units to come. For Imperial Knights, Canis Rex here may well play some Imperial Knight games just as they are at the moment, but looking forward to see what Games Workshop do in regards to the Imperial Knights to help them out. But Canis Rex, a very welcomed addition to my Imperial Knights collection, so fantastic news to have him. We've painted up the pilot as well. The Imperial Fists, 2 captains, so I guess I'll interchange those in the army, or make one a chapter master and then one regular captain. I think you can do that. And then these 2 units here, heavy intercessors, great to see these painted up. It's quite rare, I think, you see these at the moment, so it'd be nice to feature those in games, and then a full squad of intercessors as well. So the announcement there, and you know, leave your own comments and suggestions whether you agree with this or not, you think it's a good idea to go. I've got enough of a collection here for my firstborn Marines, and so instead of going down the route of trying to force Primaris into my firstborn collection, you know, gradually elbow out my firstborn stuff, I reckon what I'm going to do is cut right down the middle and split and try and do justice to both. So I'm going to have a firstborn only Imperial Fist 5th Company, 2,000 points. So and that's using my existing collection. I've got some other models I could perhaps add to that as well, but I've got enough of a collection for regular Space Marines, the Imperial Fists, to let them just fight as they are, firstborn only, and run them. I do like the grey colour scheme, it's okay, but I'd love to do Imperial Fists with this colour scheme here. I think they'd look particularly good with the brown desert colour scheme, and so thankfully Siege haven't done the base work on these, so I reckon I'm going to go for a pure Primaris Imperial Fist army, painted up by Siege Studios to the standard that you see here. I've got a list drawn out for them, plans of what to do, got more models planning to send to Siege as well, just to move this project along. But to go for this basing here, and to go for a full 2,000 points 5th Company Imperial Fists Primaris, exclusively Primaris, and just to really celebrate some of the Primaris models now available from Games Workshop. So I think that's an exciting enough announcement. It'd be great to see Imperial Fists making a comeback, fully fleshed out as Primaris Space Marines, showing some of the newer units and an army. Hopefully it'll do well. So that's the announcement then. Splitting, instead of trying to fight and trying to squeeze in units from both sides, you know, firstborn then Primaris, I'm just going to split in 2 and celebrate both. Just have a pure firstborn Marines. I reckon James could take these and run them, so you can see them on his channel. Another Space Marine force. He loves the Imperial Fist firstborn, so and they go very well with his. I think they find a welcome home with James. They can hang around with James's Ultramarines collection. So that's the idea with those. We'll keep them running, I think, but to do them justice, firstborn Marines, we'll let them run as a pure firstborn army. And then for the Imperial Fists, for my own collection coming from Siege Studios, we'll go pure Primaris and really celebrate the Primaris stuff that's available. Some exciting additions to come to this 2,000 points list. I reckon I'll do as a army development video next. So that's obviously going to be on the Plus channel. So if you want to see the final list, or the list that I've got proposed at the moment for these 2,000 points Imperial Fists Primaris, then you can check that out on the Plus channel. If it's not live yet, then it should be live very soon. And it's a chance that if you're a subscriber on the Plus channel, you can leave your own comments and suggestions, units to add in, units to take out. But a full list should be available for the Primaris Imperial Fists very soon. And then Siege Studios can keep those units coming as we aim for 2,000 points. But I'm just very excited about this one. All this stuff very good, but Imperial Fist Primaris, very excited about that here. And well done to Siege Studios for painting these up so well. So very happy indeed with what they've done. So big thank you to Siege Studios, the sponsors here on the channel. If you want your own painting commission work done, then the link for Siege is in the video description below. And really you just drop them an email and ask them for a quote, whatever you've got, and you can go through the specifics like I did, whether you want the basing done or not. You're buying your own models and send them the models that have been constructed, or you can get them to do it for you. So there's lots of options, and they're more than happy to work with you so that you can get exactly what you want from Siege Studios. That's the video, and keep a lookout for more updates on the channel. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.